We're back. Oh, it's Tuesday, September 9th, 64 degrees and about 10:30 in the morning, and we're back to mow the grass. Doesn't look all that bad. Looks like they hired the workman Larry to do their grass next door, and it looks like that's been done. Which isn't looking too bad, but it's been almost 2 weeks, and there's parts of it. Well, first thing is to start the water by opening up the pump room. It's down to 0 for some reason. I'll open up this. I don't see anything leaking. Come back and check, make sure that's off. But we'll check the this bathroom, make sure nothing's leaking in it. Don't see anything leaking. Well, the sink turned off, so I'll get the rest of it open up here in a minute. We'll get the lodge open now. This is the side where the grass grows the fastest, and it definitely needs mowed, and still got a little dew on it. Oh, let there be light. What is the water doing on? Thought I turned that off. Let there be light. There was light. I think I may have screwed up. Morning, Mom and Dad. Everything looks fairly copacetic. Still a bunch of junk. Let's open up the pavilion. Nice little, I wouldn't say chill, but it's cool air. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna need my hat. This is today. The water's still down. Looks like we've had a little bit of rain because I can see the roof of the temporary shed is pressed down. First thing I'm going to do is get my stuff out of the SUV, bring it in, and then we'll get started. Okay, let's get the shed open and get the mowers out. See the amount of water that came down. What I need to do is there's a pole on either side. I need to loosen that up and drop that down. I may do that today if I get time. I'm not too tired. But right now, we need to start this up. And get started. Before I do that, I need to check these tires. I think they're low or high. It's high. We want them low. There we go. Unlike what the instructions say, we're going to hit it 20 times. Well, that's the front trim finish. I'm going to get a drink of water. And then, as in my break, I'm just going to get on the lawn tractor and ride it around for the front. And then I'll do the back trim. Okay, have my drink of water. Now we're going to see if I can get the lawn tractor started and mow the front. We've got the new battery in there, so let's hope it works. Put the fuel up, brake on, and turn. Now I'm going to take a real break until I get started on the trim on the back. Done with my break, grab my push mower, and I'm going to do the trim on the ditch and in the back. Well, it's just a few minutes after 1, and the lawn is done. I've still got a couple of little jobs I want to do, but it is dry today. Not sweating as much, but my mouth feels like I'm full of cotton, so I'm going to take a break and rehydrate. But I'm going to need to do a couple more little jobs before I leave, so I'll turn you back on when I'm doing those. While I'm sitting here getting ready to take a drink, take my break. It is so quiet. I think this is one of my favorite times of the year to come down and mow, because the geese are pretty much gone for the day. There were some birds feeding and making noise, but now they're quiet. Now I just hear crickets and the wind every once in a while, and birds. I can hear crows way off in the distance. But it's just so quiet, so serene. Okay, next thing I want to do is change out these doorknobs. If you remember last video, someone had locked this, and it's a key lock, and we've lost the keys in 20 years, or not 20 years, but since 2014 when we built this. So what I'm wanting to do is remove these and replace them with privacy locks that I purchased. Privacy locks like what you've got on your bedroom or bathroom. It locks from the inside, but it has the hole on the outside that you can easily unlock it. These are easy enough to replace. Just back off these 2 screws. This one's almost been stripped. They use a smaller blade. See if the small one works. Seems to be loosening it. There we go. I'm going to leave the mechanism in there and just take off the handles. Oh, let me get the new one. Getting the screws out of the box, sometimes the hardest thing. Oh. I went with a color that matches what we put into the doors too. works. I'll bring a chair in, bring it down a little more. I'm on the wrong side of it. I'll get the chair to sit in here somewhere. There. That seemed easy enough. There we go. Now, no, we don't. There it started. No, it's not. Sure felt like it at first. I don't think it's in there right. I'm gonna attempt something here. Okay. I took a straight edge. There's a little tab. Move the tab, push the tab down, and you can take the knob off. Now we'll try, see if that makes it easier getting these on. There we go. Now I'll see if I can see to put a screw in. I normally don't have this much trouble with it, but it's been a while since I've replaced doorknobs. Probably about when I replaced the ones for this place, which was about 9 years ago. we go. Just tighten these down. Well, that doesn't work. Tighten them too tight. This is what unlocks it. Just a little piece of wire. It's got a hole out here. You just stick it in. And that should unlock it, which it's not. That's why I'm good at many things, an expert at none. What I'm going to try to do is take this knob back off again. There's a little metal tab. Push it down. And it'll pull right off. So I need to check this mechanism. It should be the exact same for. I left the old mechanism in there, or plunger, bolt, whatever you want to call it. Oh, let's look at the other mechanism. And it is different. Cut this off. I'm messing with it. There we go. Got the one end off. Put the flat end on. Oh, and my other handle. Maybe if I'd read the instructions, it'd have been easier. again. Well, it's like I thought, so why can't I get it to work? That's why. Now it should work. Somehow I got it flipped. I do believe I got it started again. Why would I take my screwdriver out? Oh, well. Didn't I put it in my other pocket? Now, before we go too far, now let's try it. That should lock the outside. It does. Push the pin in. Before it's completely put together, we'll try it again. It's wasted over a half an hour. Take this one off, this knob. That's how it works. It no longer just pushes on it, but you have to actually turn it. That's what the bend's in there for. Okay. Let's try it again. There it went. So we're good. What I'll do is put it on the frame outside, so if it ever gets locked, we can unlock it. Locked. Unlocked. Locked. Unlocked. Well, that's one door, and I'll put this up here over the door. Now I'm going to do the other door, and I don't think I have to film that. Okay, what I do want to show you though is what we have to do to change things over. I need the screws out of here, and we're going to need the collar out of here, and the tool to unlock the door. This is the collar that we need. This is the tool that we need. And these are the screws that we need. Two long ones. We do not need the attachment plate. So I'm going to take a flat bladed screwdriver, stick it in here, and pry. These are press fittings. You just need to break the press. There we go. The plate comes off, and the backing now can be worked off. It's a pain, but it can be done, especially with a pair of pliers, because you don't care whether you save this or not. So if I warp it out of shape, it works better. There we go. Now all we need to do is put the sleeve. You can see this large flat end goes on the flat end of the deadbolt, or the bolt. And that's all we need. Now I just need to install it, and I've already shown you that in all of its glory. Okay, another problem I want to address. Last week I had people telling me that they had water all over the floor and everything, and that they thought one of the hoses underneath here was leaking. But what it actually is, if people mistreat this too much, this O-ring that's in the back of this nozzle will begin leaking and spraying. You can see there. You pull it too hard, and you're going to pull that O-ring out of there. All you got to do is press it back in, and that will solve the problem. You can see that it wants to come out. I may need to try to find a bigger O-ring to go in there. But the biggest thing is just check this, because if it's leaking badly, the water will go back down through here, and it will empty into the bottom of the cabinet. Okay, last thing for the day is clean out the refrigerator. If you're here, you buy food, open package, no good. That's keepable. Grapes will not keep. I'm going to put these bratwursts up in the freezer. Strawberries are already starting to rot. Bacon is going bad. More grapes. Hamburger that's already turning brown. Vegetables. Who's gonna eat these vegetables? That were grilled. And what is this? Looks like part of a turkey. I don't know what it is. That is being tossed. Carry in, carry out. Sunny D, I'm gonna toss this. Oh. Onion, and another half an onion. I'm gonna get rid of the orange juice. Put the cheeses in here, which will allow me to do what the individuals that stayed here should do, and that is clean the mess up after they made it. Shop towel. I'm gonna get something for my knee. Ooh, nice big cushion. And we'll clean up the mess that people left. And always put a sign out saying your mother does not live here. Clean up after yourself. There. You want to have nice things, you got to take care of nice things. Not into the season clean, but it's better than what they left it. Not gonna worry about on any of the condiments, except for the onion that was over here. Partial waters, I'm sure people want to drink after you. And that's it. I'm gonna empty out the waters and get ready to leave, start packing up. Okay, it's about 3:30 and I'm getting out of here. The west doors are locked. The east door is locked. That door is locked, just needs to be pushed shut. Turn off the light. the door, got the new doorknobs, new doorknob. Oh, ready to get out of here, and everything's off. The water heater's off, but there be no light. There's no light. Need to grab my gloves. Door's locked. Pull it shut. Try it, it's locked. Need to put the can in before I leave. I can put my gloves in at that time. Got the grass all mowed. Looks pretty good. The ditch is dry. Tested the water. It's 77.5 degrees, so it's really cooled off in the last 2-3 weeks. I rolled the final 2 pieces of that big log that had been cut up over here, and I rolled them into the fire pit. Somebody can burn them off. Ginger and Kathy, my sister and niece, they've hired someone to start mowing their grass. It looks really nice. I locked the bathroom. Didn't check the north because I had opened it. I shut the and locked the pump room. It's sitting around 35 pounds. I didn't bother with raising it up. Lock that door. Everything's locked up. All I need to do is put my gloves in the back along with the gas tank. Put those in there. I'm gonna put this back on, prevent as many fumes as possible. Set the air intake, the breather hole. There we go. And we are ready to get out of here. I got the doorknobs changed. I had to, the support for our security camera had fallen. That's why my pictures have been screwed up, so I took the chance to change the batteries, put it back up. I've gotten a couple good pictures in, other than maybe having to adjust it. I cleaned out the refrigerator, and I'm ready to get out of here. So, blue skies, sunshine, 74 degrees. Till the next time, take care of yourself and stay safe.